Hey everyone, I'm Jason Catrone, and this is your free vocal tip. A couple years ago, I was traveling in London and was visiting a good friend. I was performing there. And after the performance, I saw him and a couple friends start making these kind of weird sounds, if you will, with straws. So I went up and asked him what was happening, what they were doing, and sure enough, they were doing something known as a straw technique. Now, some of you may have seen this in other places. It's not something that we have on the program, but we're going to use the program along with this little crutch, if you will, to help you reduce strain in your vocal. So again, one of the most common things that we find here as people come into our studios at Singing Success is really the issue of strain. It's very prominent in men especially. So as we ascend a scale, again, as you've heard us talk many times, the chords kind of zip up like a zipper as we go higher. So they begin to beat faster and closer together. Again, anything that we do to inhibit or restrict or resist that motion, that coordination, that connection from happening, we're going to face an issue. So strain, again, if I'm going ma 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 ma, if I'm here ma 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 ma, I'm straining, right? Many of you may be facing this where you are right now and thinking, how can I get rid of this? It's got to be easier. Of course it is. It's as easy as using something you have laying around your house right now. So just grab a straw, simple straw. I suggest finding one that has, a decent size opening. It doesn't have to be a big one like for boba tea, or a really small one like stirring coffee with might be a little too small. So just a normal straw. I want you to take it. I'm just going to put it gently between your lips. Now the key is to not bite down on the straw, right? That's kind of what happens when you begin to strain, is you may not be biting down on your jaw, but the jaw is definitely a part of that motion. Definitely the neck muscles, all the muscles connected to the neck and shoulder, everything kind of becomes constricted and tighter, and it's keeping those chords from connecting and beating together as we want them to find a free released resonant tone. So what we're going to do is just simply begin to blow through the straw. So just do little things like this at first. Just make sounds, make tones happen. It's almost like if you ever heard of like a slide, the little instrument sometimes, woo, this little slide. So or a kazoo, you could even think a kazoo with just gently set it between your lips and go, ooh, ooh. Now what I don't want you to do is go, ooh. That's just putting the strain with the straw, right? The key is to let the air gently flow through with a light tone. It's almost as if you're trying to release it out through the straw to whatever's in front of you. Ooh. You can also try to think, if you will, or imagine that tone is tilting forward into the mask of the face, the pocket as we refer to it. So if I demonstrate it, it might be like this. Ooh. You can hear how the tone lightens, it tilts and lifts, and you can also sense as if that tone is just freely flowing out. Right? So let's put it to an exercise real quick, and then maybe we'll put it to a little song. I'm going to play this exercise as I do it, and listen closely. The voice may begin to quiver or shake a little bit. That's actually good. That's letting us know that you're letting go of pushing and straining too much. Trust that. Let that be what it is for a moment. Maybe for a few times through it may take you before the tones really try to connect. Like so. Now another thing you can do is just put it to a song. Take the words away. We're going to do Happy Birthday today. Just simply, you're going to go. You get the point. You can put this to any song. Again, the whole concept here, the ideal behind this simple little piece of plastic is to keep us from biting down, over compressing, straining, stretching, reaching, maybe for the sake of finding something that feels powerful, that feels like something you can grip onto, and letting that release, that free tone, that free sound just gently slide out of the straw. I would suggest taking your straw and maybe starting with, in the 360 program, technique lesson 2. Put that CD in and just go through the exercises with the straw. You can sit down at the keyboard if you want and start playing it yourself. And again, like I said, any song, just take the straw, take the words away, and let the sound simply come out, and find ways to find more freedom, more resonance, more tonality, gently, lightly, letting go of that release, finding new frontiers, if you will, with your voice. So have fun with this. Use the straw. Good thing is it doesn't cost anything. You can pick one up anywhere and just really let go of the strain. Find the release using the straw.